Namaste Javians, myself Javian Dr. Barakha Khurana. Today we will be discussing about planes and axes, which is a part of your biomechanics and kinesiology. This topic is for BPT third semester and DPT third semester. So let us start with planes and axes. See, the planes of action are fixed lines of reference along which the body is divided, and these imaginary planes are arranged perpendicular to each other. There are total 3 in number, and they pass through the body with an axis intersecting at the center of gravity of the body, that is the COG. And these planes are also called as the cardinal planes of the body. So first is the sagittal plane, which passes through the body from front to back and divides the body into right and left halves. The motions occurring around this plane is flexion and extension. Then second is a frontal or coronal plane that passes through the body from side to side and divides the body into front and back. The motions occurring are your abduction and adduction. Third is transverse or horizontal plane, which passes through the body horizontally and divides the body into top and bottom parts. The rotation occurs in this plane. Now the point where the 3 cardinal planes meet is the center of gravity. The center of gravity is present somewhere in the vicinity of S2 vertebra. Next is the axis. The axes are the points that run through the center of a joint around which a part rotates. There are 3 axes. First is sagittal axis, which is a point that runs through a joint from front to back. Then second is the frontal axis that runs through a joint from side to side. And third is vertical axis, which is also called as longitudinal axis, that runs through a joint from top to bottom. So the joint movements occur through an axis that is always perpendicular to its plane. Flexion extension occurs in sagittal plane around the frontal axis. Abduction, adduction, frontal plane, sagittal axis. But in this case, the thumb is an exception because it is normally rotated 90 degrees from the plane of hand. So thus motions of flexion and extension occur in the frontal plane, abduction, adduction occur in the sagittal plane. Then is the transverse plane, that is in which the internal and external rotation, supination, pronation occurs to vertical axis. Now next is degrees of freedom. The joints that move in one axis and have 1 degree of freedom. If a joint has 2 axes, the segments can move in 2 planes and the joint is said to possess 2 degrees of motion, freedom of motion. Example, MCP joint. And circumduction is characteristic of joints with 2 and 3 degrees of freedom, but cannot take place in joints with 1 degree of freedom. Next is kinematic chains. There are 2 kinematic chains. One is open kinematic chain and the second is closed kinematic chain. The open kinematic chain is the chain where the distal segment of the chain moves in space. Example, reaching the hand to the mouth. And closed kinematic chain, the distal segment is fixed while the proximal segment moves, like in case of push-ups. And when a person is climbing the stairs or is walking, so there is alternation of open kinematic and closed kinematic chain. Because one leg goes into open kinematic chain and similarly it goes into closed kinematic chain also. Next is the arthrokinematics, which is defined as a manner in which adjoining joint surfaces move on each other. This we had in discussed in previous session also about joint play. So joint plays are your rolling, gliding and spinning. Rolling is like there is rolling of one joint surface on the another, and every time it's rolling just like a ball. If a ball is rolling, it is coming in contact with new surface every time throughout the motion. Then is a gliding. Gliding is just like it's a linear motion of joint surface parallel to the plane of adjoining joint surface. Like an ice skater blade is rolling, it is gliding, it is slipping, then is spinning just like a top. It is a rotation of movable joint surface on the fixed adjacent surface. So all these three movements are occurring in our joint also, like rolling, spinning, sliding, gliding. And the combination of all these joint play permits a large range of motion by using a small articular surface. So this is in your motions. We will be continuing this topic in next sessions also. For today, this is it. And if you have any doubts, you can comment in the inbox. And this session is powered by Digital 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women University. Thank you.